Hello and welcome to the first episode of 2022 on the Empathic Designer podcast by Vylearn. I'm your host Vaidishwaran. So let me begin with my heartiest wishes to you for a very happy, prosperous and healthy 2022. We will begin this year with my take on the L&D trends that are emerging for this year. With the world slowly recovering from the pandemic, the competition is back on. Not just for employees who are on the job market, but also for employers to sustain their competitive edge, nurturing, retaining, and recruiting the best talent in the industry. The work from home model is here to stay. As companies are reopening offices, there is a marked increase in the adoption of both flexible and hybrid working models, and there is an increased focus on employee wellness and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. So from an L&D perspective, this opens avenues to creating training programs that go beyond the boilerplate mandatory modules that we are so used to seeing and to really make them much more engaging and action oriented for our learners. Having learning resources that employees can access in the flow of work can improve their productivity and also encourage problem solving skills in their jobs. 2022 will be the year where more and more learning will be automated and pushed to the employees at the task level to optimize their success in their work. Learning will become more action centric, providing the minimum content that is required for performing their tasks or actions. So, this means that we are looking at the replacement of the hour-long page turner modules with more action oriented micro learning modules focused on just in time and task oriented learning. The work from home and the hybrid working models has also created a dispersed workforce. And this raises the importance of employee collaboration and building relationships across geographies. The year 2022 will also see a surge in the growth of learning experience platforms or LXPs and social learning platforms, which will gain center stage. At Vylearn, we specialize on designing and developing programs for LXPs. So, as always, reach out to me today to learn more about how I can help you with setting up your action-oriented LXP programs in your organization. While there is a great demand to restructure and redesign virtual training programs and blended learning experiences, there is also a clear marked increase in the number of niche tools and technologies that are available for improving the virtual learning experiences for employees. And this will play a key role in influencing the learning decisions of organizations this year. At Vylearn, I've been getting multiple requests from organizations that have adopted these new tools and are on the constant lookout for people who can help them restructure and rebuild their learning programs with these new tools that they have adopted as they move into the new world order. Here, I would like to add a word of caution for organizations to not go on a blind shopping spree, buying everything that's new and shiny on the market. As L&D professionals, it is our responsibility to adopt a consultative approach and advise organizations on the tools and technologies that makes good business sense for them within the paradigms of the respective businesses. Considering the current hiring trends and geographic distributions of the workforce, 2022 looks like the year which will show a marked shift in the training approach for middle and senior management, with a shift towards building simulations and serious business games. While serious business games and simulations have been around for quite some time, being more popular in a classroom format, we are now seeing a sharp rise in the number of digitized versions of these programs that can be played either by a single player or in a multiplayer collaborative format, which is going to give a real sense of learning for the workforce. Moving on from content design to user experience, there is a surge in the demand for quality UI and UX designs today. With today's workforce being exposed to a multitude of platforms, there is a very high benchmark that has been set for the L&D community to ensure that the learning experiences that we create is complemented by sensible UI and UX designs that makes the learner's experience seamless and logical. The adage, less is more, seems to be the trend of the day, with a lot of UI and UX designs facing a minimalistic approach to ensure maximum usability. As Don Norman says, good design is actually a lot harder to notice than poor design, in part because good designs fit so well to our needs that the design is invisible. Considering the high volume of content that is available today, both online as well as within the organization, 2022 is also a year where content curation will gain more prominence. There is a very high demand for content curators to create customized playlists for learners that can improve the learner engagement and their participation. With more employees working from home with flexible working hours, there is also an increased requirement for upskilling, reskilling, and cross skilling. This puts the spotlight on assessment design. Assessments of specific skills at the task level are needed to measure proficiency. For the most accurate evaluation, assessment should mirror the real world environment and, more importantly, be relevant to the learner's job role. Getting your assessment strategy right is integral to identifying the strengths of the employees and allowing businesses and business leaders to identify internal subject matter experts and high performers more accurately. Strategic use of technology helps in creating simulations based on real world scenarios and allow employees to collaborate and perfect their skills. A good assessment strategy helps organizations collect meaningful data that provides insights into employee performance and use this information to create a roadmap for the growth of the organization in the long term. So, moving on to soft skills. The year 2022 seems to show a special emphasis on areas of communication, diversity and inclusion, and leadership in the new world order. Organizations will focus more on these areas to ensure that their remote and distributed workforce doesn't end up working in silos and continue to collaborate with each other and work towards the collective success and the common goal for everyone and the organization. Now, shifting to compliance, 2022 looks to bring a renewed focus on cybersecurity, moving beyond a tick box exercise to a much more full fledged and engaging exercise to sensitize the remote working force on data and cybersecurity, which is very, very critical when you have a distributed workforce. Talent growth and retention is another important area of focus for 2022. With 2021 being designated as the year of the Great Resignation, organizations have their job cut out for them to nurture talent and enhance retention. According to the Gallup research, 48% of the US working population is on the job market, searching or waiting for the right opportunities. The highest attrition rates are among those who are not engaged and actively disengaged. So L&D plays an integral role in helping to engage and motivate employees, as training is heavily involved through the entire employee life cycle, right from onboarding new hires to helping employees build new skills and competencies and ultimately help them grow within the organization. Adopting sound instructional design principles and shifting our outlook on employee engagement from being a checkbox activity to creating a more immersive experience is going to be very critical to attract and retain talent. 2022 is also the year where the success of an organization will depend on the level of collaboration between the management of the organization and the L&D teams to formulate strategies for continuous learning initiatives and employee engagement to ensure lower attrition rates and a sustainable growth for the organization in the long term. 2022 seems to have an exciting road ahead for the L&D industry with a lot of promise, and it is really up to us as L&D professionals to ensure that we capitalize on this opportunity to create learning experiences that makes our learners world a much better place to be for them and for our stakeholders. Thanks a lot for tuning into this edition of the Empathic Designer podcast. If you like what you heard, go ahead and hit the like button so that you can make other people on YouTube find this video much easily. If you like the content that we put on this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon for getting those regular updates sent to you each time we put up a video on our channel. And if, as always, if you have any questions or would like to work with me, please leave me a message in the comment section of this video or write to me at vvaidishwaran@vylearn.com, and I would love to have a conversation with you. Thank you and have a wonderful day and a fantastic 2022.